Welcome students, welcome to the second part of my video, Tourism and History. We have seen what is tourism, we have seen the various types of tourism, we have seen geographic tourism, we are about to speak about historic tourism. We also saw interstate tourism, we saw international tourism, we saw who is authorized to bring in the visa, who has taken a successful tour to Europe. We have seen local fairs, Jatra. We have seen places of historical importance. Now, my dear students, I would like to continue with historic tourism. This type of tourism is very popular all over the world. Tourism or tours to historical places are arranged to satisfy people's interest in history. Tours are arranged to important historical sites in India, such as Rajasthan, Ashram of Mahatma Gandhi, Acharya Vinoba Bhave, important places related to Indian War of Independence in 1857. I would like to add on a few more. If you visit Punjab, if you go to Jallianwala Bagh, you will find the traces of Jallianwala Bagh massacre. If you go to the Golden Temple, the Operation Blue Star conducted by Mrs. Indira Gandhi, we could see the places where the terrorists, they have occupied the place and how they were inside the Golden Temple. You could witness it. It's a holy place of the Sikh. Now we will see geographic tourism. This type of tourism involves visiting places to observe special geographic features of a region. It includes various natural and animal sanctuaries, places like Valley of Flowers, various beaches, unique wonders like Kata Lake at Lonar. I would like to add on some more. If you go to Hyderabad, there are butterfly gardens. If you go to Gujarat, there is Gir forest, famous for tigers. If you go to Kerala, there are the place called Idiki. It's a forest area. If you go to the Goa, we find there are beaches which are very famous. Now, my dear students, further we will go with health tourism. Sometimes people, they move out to other countries to rejuvenate their health. Sometimes they want to improve their health, so they are not satisfied within their own country, so they move outside to Europe, to different countries in Europe, so that a change may occur and they may rejuvenate their health. Now, let me tell you, I am proud to say, people from the Western countries find health service facilities in India comparatively cheaper and yet good standard. India is a tropical country where ample sunlight is available. Sunlight is absolutely free throughout the year. This attracts tourism or tourists from other countries with cold climate. They come to India only to get sunlight. Yoga and Ayurveda is one more reason for the Europeans to visit India. When I say yoga, more than the yoga, I would like to say about Ayurveda. You will go to Kerala, we find there are various Ayurvedic centers. And if you go towards the northern side of India, you will find yoga centers. Now if you go, next we will speak about is agro-tourism. Now people who are in cities, they have having a lot of interest for agriculture because they have not seen anything of agriculture in the cities. So they move towards places where agro-tourism is developed. So people from urban population, they have got very little exposure of rural life. So they go to the countries or to the places where they could experiment of advanced technology of agriculture is carried out. Like I would like to give an example of Israel. Countries like Israel where experimentation is done in advanced technology of agriculture is carried out. Yes, students, we will continue with sports tourism. Sports tourism was developed in 20th century. There are various sports events organized at the international level. Olympics, Wimbledon, International Cricket Tournament, while there are events like Himalayan Car Rally on national level, events like in Maharashtra, Kesari wrestling, competitions are organized on state level. Now, my dear students, I would like to continue giving some more examples related to sports tourism. Like our Indian people, they are very much behind cricket, and if it is the good example which we all have witnessed this World Cup, like people, they have much in advance, they have booked a ticket thinking that India would come to the final, and they have booked the ticket in advance. Now there is one more event where our people are big fans of hockey, and wherever there is hockey tournament and if India is playing in, we find people moving out to those places and witnessing that match live rather than sitting at home and watching in TVs. Now Himalayan Car Rally, we find people are very familiar with this. People go and they witness this car rally. The one more thing is Wimbledon and Olympics. where people go to whichever country they organize Olympic or the Wimbledon. They go there, they witness it live. Now we will see the development of tourism. How the government is helping the people to develop tourism. The crucial issue in the development of tourism is providing proper guidance to national, international tourists about various aspects of actual travel, proper social conduct during the tour, during the stay at the destination places. It is very essential for a tourist that the pamphlets, guides, history book about the tourist sites are available in their own language. It would be helpful if taxi drivers, auto rickshaw drivers, the bus conductors, the drivers are trained to converse in more than one local language. As we all know, our local language is either Hindi or Marathi. More than Hindi and Marathi. In order to converse with the people who are coming from foreign countries, we should help the taxi drivers, auto rickshaw drivers, the guides. They should know more than these local languages. Now we will see conservation and preservation of heritage. Now when I say conservation and preservation of heritage, our country is very rich with historical sites dating to the ancient, medieval and modern period. Therefore, it is difficult to preserve and conserve these heritage sites. Some of the famous heritage sites in India are Taj Mahal at Agra, Jantar Mantar Observatory at Jaipur, and Ajanta and Verol and Gharapuri Elephanta, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Railway Terminus, all are in Maharashtra. These are the places which are conserved and preserved as a national heritage. Not only national heritage, as a world heritage. People from all over the country visit these places. Now we will see. Here there is Taj Mahal. Here you find Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Railway Terminus. The old name VT, Victoria Terminus. Now what are the professional opportunities are there in tourism? Now when I say tourism, hospitality creates maximum employment opportunity, which includes tremendous scope for experimentation and innovation. The tourist destination already begins to receive revenue even before the tourists arrive at the airport of that country, because now everything is online. If you want to book a hotel, whether it is 3-star, whether it is 2-star, whether it's a 5-star hotel, you can book online, and you can book according to your convenience. This includes visa, travel, food, stay expenses, and the payment to translators and guides. This contributes to the growth of the economy of the country. Maharashtra is a state blessed with heritage. The Maharashtra Tourism Development Corporation was set up in the year 1975. It helped in the development of tourism in Maharashtra. The corporation has provided facilities for tourist hotels at first 47 destinations in Maharashtra. Together, these hotels accommodate more than 4,000 tourists. Thank you, my dear students, and I wish you best of luck for your board exam.